Hey Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be end of August reading, I guess really the second half of August. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be doing a different reading today. I'm going to be doing a yes-no spread. So if you have a question on your heart having to do with a relationship, a job, family situation, whatever it is, when we get to that portion of the reading, I'm going to ask you to repeat one particular question, specific question, the same way 3 times before I pull, and we're going to do yes, no. So it could come out as a yes, a no, a neutral, exception, and I'll explain what all of that means as we go along. But first, let's get right into Lenormand. I hope you guys are doing great today. Guys, do remember these are general messages. Please take what resonates, throw out the rest, and certainly check your rising sign, moon sign, and your Venus sign. We're going to pull Lenormand to get kind of a basic blueprint of what's going on for our Sagittarius friends for the end of August. We do have August 18th, the new moon in Leo. This is a really good energy for us. Excellent time for formulating goals regarding all things Leo, right? So anything having to do with romance, creativity, hobbies, relationships with children, building our self-confidence, having a great healthy pride in ourselves, all good stuff, you know, really good. Very generous energy right now too. During the new moon energy, which is nice. The only little caveat I want to say is that this is very potent. We have the chance to make very significant changes in our lives that are going to benefit us well beyond the moon cycle. So it's time to make some plans, right? Set the stage for reaping the rewards from the new beginnings that are going on right now. Doesn't matter how small or large they are. You look forward about 2 weeks after the full moon happens, you should be seeing the culmination of what it is that's on your heart to start it's going to begin to come to fruition. But this is a very stop and go energy. Something you might feel is releasing, but then a block or some sort of obstacle appears. So these ups and downs are going to just motivate us even more to bring about some sort of new beginning, clean the slate, so to speak, you know, how we say. All right, let's get right into the Lenormand, and then we'll talk about the Virgo energies, right? As we have Mercury going into Virgo, and then we have the Sun entering Virgo at the end of the month. So that's going to be a welcomed energy for a lot of us because we've been unable to figure out the particulars of a situation in our life. Oop, we got the snake. I have to keep pulling. Okay. All right, guys. Those of you who have been to my channel before, welcome back. Those of you who've never been here, hi, my name is Jackie. This is Lenormand, is a different system than tarot. We start out with this, so we'll acknowledge each card and then blend it for one cohesive message. So first we have ship. So the ship is all about going on some sort of either business trip or packing up a bag and physically leaving someplace that you are, right? Depends if you're here for career, relationship, general reading, you apply it as you see fit. Then we have the book. So the book also has a key. Where is the key? The key's right there. So there's something that you need to learn. And then we have the other key. Now we have the other key. We have birdcage. We have 2 keys. So there's information that you need to access. And this information that you're going to learn is either going to keep you in a gilded cage if you decide to turn the key one way, or it's going to release you and allow you to get into the momentum of the green clover energy, which is a really positive energy. This is really good luck. I mean, we all know about the 4-leaf clover stuff, right? But it's definitely you moving away from something and then information coming to you and it being really, really positive, guys. But then we have the snake. We have to read the snake with the following card, which is the Tower. So this is for those of you signing a contract. If you are starting a business, if you're starting a job, anything like that, read the fine print. If you're getting any kind of insurance policy, if you're doing anything at all that would require signing something on the bottom line, make sure you read all of the print. If that doesn't resonate with you, if this has to do with relationship, keep your eyes wide open. Stay very far away from rose-colored glasses. Pay very close attention to any kind of red flags because there's something that you need to see in this situation. And it's only through seeing that, whatever it is that you need to see, that you're going to be able to incite this next cycle. Because there's something that you need to see that's going to actually incite an ending, guys. I feel like there is going to be an ending of a cycle. because there is this new beginning, because the stalks do indicate a new beginning, a new life, right? A new birthing process. And it's bookended with the ship energy. And when we get the ship energy, it literally is packing a suitcase and going away. So some of you may be going on a long a trip. You know, you guys are Sagittarius. If anybody's going to be able to go on long distance trips right now, it's you. That's you guys rule that. But it could also have to do with literally changing jobs. Obviously, you're moving out of a place, right, that you consider a foundation for you. Could quite literally mean that. This could also mean, though, starting to do some sort of line of work where you're dealing with a lot of travel or overseas or people from other cultures as well. But there's something that you need to pay attention to in this energy. And not to sound like a broken record, because I've been talking about this Mars square for the past couple of weeks, but it's just big enough to just keep doing a quick little mention. You have Mars is from the 5th house square in your 2nd house. So in your 2nd house of resources, Jupiter and Pluto are conjunct, which is a cool energy, right? Because Jupiter expands whatever it's in, so it's all about transformation. But then Saturn is in there saying, no, not yet, Sagittarius, right? So again, the 2nd house has to do with resources and everything that we value. It's not only money, it's everything that we value. We value our family. We value our life, our lifestyle, right? So it's really anything that we value. But the square and that tension is coming from the 5th house of creativity, of romance. The square is coming from that 5th house, indicates creativity, entrepreneurial efforts, our children, romance. So this is where the square is coming to. But now at the same time, we also do have Uranus is going to be going retrograde in your 6th house of day-to-day. So it's day-to-day. So it's day-to-day work environment. It's also the house of health, the day-to-day health. Also, it's the day-to-day occurrences with your small pets. Okay, so we have Uranus is going to be coming in there for you guys in your 6th house, and it's going to be shaking things up, bringing you a big surprise, because there's always something shocking that happens whenever we have Uranus in town, right? So for you guys, it's going to be in that 6th house. Okay, so just so that you guys know, like, really what's happening with the energies right now. So if you're here with career on your heart, I could definitely see this would be indicating some sort of new job where your day-to-day work environment is significantly changed, or your day-to-day is changed. You're changing homes maybe, or there's a big significant change in your health. Doesn't have to be for the worse, guys. I don't want you to get worried about it, because it's usually for the better. This Uranus energy, this Uranus gift, I feel like is really going to be actually really positive, which I feel like we all sort of need right now, do we not? And I feel like, again, because we have this Mercury energy, we have Mercury in Virgo, and then the sun going into Virgo the end of the month. This is good, because this is like precision in speech, thought, and process is now really important to us. And this is a time where we're going to be able to analyze and decide what's working for us, what's not. Everything's just going to be a little easier now to take care of the loose ends of stuff. We all just have to be a little careful of not getting too lost in the details of something. But it is a time when our focus is going to shift to the pieces of the puzzle, the little details of our life. Between the 19th and the 22nd, that's heavy Virgo energy that's going to be lasting through the beginning of September. So definitely a time to take care of like practical concerns and stuff like that. And also, if anybody who's been struggling with any kind of health issue, mental, physical, or emotional, is going to be able to problem solve, or at least gain a healthy perspective. And I'm not saying that to you guys only because you have Uranus in your 6th house. I'm saying that because Virgo actually is the landlord of the 6th house. So with all this Virgo energy, it's something that we're all going to be feeling here. And we got the 6th house energy. How crazy is that? We have Leo. Leo is the 5th house. This is where Mars is hanging out for you right now. It's squaring up, right? So right now, this is something that's squaring your 2nd. So Leo is all about get in touch with that creativity. Open yourself up to romance. Be open to working on that. Where has there been maybe some issues in this area? Have you been struggling with creative block? Have you been struggling with the situation with your children? Have you been struggling in something in your relationship? Anything like that. And we have the sun. Where is your ego or somebody else's ego potentially getting in the way? is what we need to look at. And then we have Virgo, and Virgo is a transformational energy, right? Because it's ruled by Pluto. This is also where obsessions lie. Wherever there's Virgo, that's where our obsessions hang out, right? So you want to make sure, and we have the 6th house energy. So I feel like many of you are going to feel in a very deep state of obsession over how your life is every day. Where are you living? Where are you working? What's going on with your health? Like, there's a lot of anxiety in this energy is what I'm feeling for you guys right now. So let's see what else we end up getting. Let's keep these up. Lots of anxiety though. Scorpio is that very very anxious, feels the transformation, not sure what's happening, is very sensitive to all the energies, and you guys are a fire sign, so that's not always very comfortable for you. It's just not. Obviously, it depends what your other placements are, as I always say. Sagittarius is just one room in your house of self. All right. So take a deep breath and ask that one question 3 times in a row. Full question format. Okay, full question. Three of Cups, that's a yes card. 4 of Pentacles, another yes card. The Hermit, another yes card. You got 3 yes cards. 3 yes cards that definitely require some discussion here. So the 3 of Cups is about healing. It's healing, celebration, hanging out with friends, family, loved ones. But this is usually about, it's a healing energy. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So if you've been having a hard time lately, this does indicate things getting better. This doesn't indicate you like landing in a pot of gold, but where if resources have been an issue, you have enough to get by for now. But you're also in a mode of self-protection as well. Some of you may be experiencing only that, where if money is fine and that's not an issue, this could be mental, physical, emotional connection, but you holding it very close to the chest. You not being very openly willing to share everything. Even though you've healed, you're healing, because we have a 3 and then a 4. So there is a healing going on, which is good. There's progression, but I feel like you may still be a little closed off. And then the Hermit energy, so Virgo energy. So the Hermit energy, if it's for a relationship, this does indicate you working on your relationship, doing what you need to be, really actively working on a relationship, putting in the hard work in a very deep and communicative way, right? Because it's a Virgo energy, and Virgo's ruled by Mercury, so there's got to be a lot of good practical problem solving going on, right? Because Virgo's a problem solver, very pragmatic. If you're not in a relationship, this could indicate you going it alone for a bit and really deeply developing a better relationship with yourself, and not looking too external to you to feel better about anything, but really just really learning how to be your own best friend. If this has to do with the work, this indicates that you need to step away for a minute and really kind of take a different perspective on what it is that you really actually want. Many of you may not resonate with it like that. If it could have to do with your home, where you're all of a sudden feeling like you just don't feel like you belong in your home anymore. You just don't want to live there anymore. There's something that you're just simply not resonating with, but you're getting in touch with all of that. Like, this is an energy where you're really trying to get in touch with all of these emotions. So let's pull a couple of qualifiers for each to get more information. So we have the 6 of Cups qualifying the 3 of Cups and 10 of Swords. Okay, so I do feel like there's an end of a cycle for many of you. The 10 of Swords does indicate the end of a cycle. It doesn't mean the end of the world. It just does mean an end of a cycle, one sword at a time over time. has created a situation that really is not in your best interests. You know, it's like that the way it was working up to this point needs to change. There was something very painful here that happened, that was communicated to you, that was part of your reality within either this job or this relationship. But over time, it just really became really, really painful. But then we have the Six of Cups energy. And the Six of Cups has to do with something really beautiful from the past coming back into your present. And I could say for a revisit, or it doesn't necessarily mean a reconnection in relationship, guys. This could literally mean, first of all, for some of you, just spending some really good quality time with your children and it having a very healing effect in that way. For others of you, this could indicate hanging out with old friends, people you haven't seen in forever, you going back to your childhood home. For others of you, this could be getting in touch with a project or a career idea or opportunity that you dreamt about once upon a time, and you kind of bringing that to life again. And yet, for some of you, this can indicate meeting somebody from the past and reconnecting with them in a romantic way. But you could have been romantically involved with them before, but you don't necessarily need to be. This could have just been some sort of energetic connection, or you meeting somebody and you swearing up and down that you knew them before. And that really is just more of a past life energy connection. So regardless, it's a very positive energy. It's a healing energy, though, because whatever's coming in from the past is meant for healing and forward movement. So I feel like what needs to be healed is the result of this Ten of Swords energy, it does seem like, right? But we have this revisiting from the past. It's going to be healing with the celebratory kind of, because the kind of how do I explain this? The Three of Cups is not just like, hey, it's Saturday night, let's celebrate. That's not what it is. It's after you've gone through a bit of pain. This is, let's say, for example, you and your partner have had a lot of struggles in your relationship. You were the Two of Cups energy. You had a lot of problems. You had falling out, whatever. And you're figuring your stuff out. You're having the conversation, right? And now you're in the Three of Cup energy, because where you're healing, you're doing some healing of that. Or this could be where you maybe had some pain in a relationship and you're with your friends or your family and you're working on healing, but just the camaraderie and the love, that's a celebratory vibe, right? Kind of like that. So it's specific to that. And I feel like it's reflective of whatever happened here in the Ten of Swords energy. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, which we discussed already. Then we have the Star reverse and the Ace of Swords. So interesting. We have definitely a new mindset, a new perspective, new information coming in. The Star energy indicates that you might have been trying to glorify a situation more than it should have been. And you're realizing this and you are processing things, because the Four of Pentacle energy is very aware, right? Because again, Pentacle is mental, physical, emotional connection. So it's all kind of there. You're very aware, and there's a deep introspection going on here. I do feel like with the Star energy in the upright is all about healing through the blessing of the Seven Sisters. And it's Aquarius energy. Aquarius is all about, what are you doing? Let's do something different. Well, in the reverse, it's, all right, we're not ready to move forward yet. We need to revisit something. We need to return to something to really look at it and say, you know what were the stars in my eyes when I was in that thing? Was I glorifying something? And remember, the energies could always be vice versa. But there's this glorification of something where something was not exactly the way you thought it was, but now it's like, wow, epiphany after epiphany, holy hell, everything is coming together in your mind. That's what the Ace of Swords is. It's just like these new ideas, could be new communication coming in, these epiphanies, this new reality. It's like your eyes are open, the lights are on. I don't know how else to say it, but I do want to say one thing, that the Ace of Swords is such a benefic energy. And yes, benefic and malefic are real words, guys. I've had a lot of people say, sorry, I'm a grammar Nazi, and benefic isn't a word. It is. And and I don't want to be like this, but I am an English professor. In astrology, certain planets and energies, benefic is positive and malefic is negative. So I've gotten enough of those comments where I feel like it's worth mentioning. So regardless, we have the Ace of Swords. It's a very benefic energy. to the surrounding cards. Anything, well, particularly minor arcanas. So if there are any challenging minor arcana. So what I like about this is, even though you may be in a space where it's like, you know, you feel like you have just enough and you're feeling really kind of self-protective, I feel like whatever news is coming in is going to help alleviate that. It's going to help to lift that. So I do like that for you. And then we have the Hermit energy. We did discuss that. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune really does indicate some sort of something coming back from the past, but in a positive way, because it is ruled by Jupiter. Now, the only thing here is with relationship, I do want to say that this does indicate a return of somebody from the past. And if the bones of the relationship were good, then the relationship is going to be blessed by Jupiter. If the bones were not good, if you were involved with this, you know, a serial cheater, a narcissist, anyone like that who was just entirely disrespectful, keep them in the rearview mirror, I always say. You know, there's no sense in really engaging with that kind of energy, because there's no winning. You can't change someone like that. They can only change themselves, right? If this has to do with a job, this is fabulous. This could indicate the leveling up of a job, the opening up of a new business that's going to go really well, a new job offer, money going really well. If this has to do with something in your home, this can indicate the closing of a sale on a house, deciding on a house, you know, something really, really positive in that way. So I do like that. And then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups in reverse does indicate somebody who is, this does indicate vulnerability and sensitivity. And because of that vulnerability and sensitivity, somebody can act rather inappropriately and selfish and a little self-centered. So this could be you, or this could be an energy that you're dealing with right now. So, you know, if you're working on a relationship that has come back from the past, where if this is the energy that created the Ten of Swords for you, and all of a sudden, even though you're in self-protect mode, perhaps you're in this space where they reconnect with you, you may end up having some stars in your eyes when it comes to them, where you're in this space, though, of really wanting to actively try to fix the relationship, and all of that is fine. But if this person is the King of Cups reverse, you want to be careful, only because that energy can be very... they can be manipulative. Take emotions, healthy expression of emotions, and reverse it. So there could be passive aggressiveness, there can be manipulation, but it's all because of the sense of vulnerability and insecurity. So you may even be doing that, Sag, because they hurt you in the past, and you're really not even quite sure how to actually be. I feel like we need to pull more cards for you. I haven't been doing that, but I can't leave you hanging like that. Okay, let's see what we have. And I'm pulling specifically for these guys over here. Okay, look at the Moon reverse, which I like. Nine of Cups. Good. One more. The Empress. Okay, good. I like the Moon reverse. I like the Moon reverse better than in the upright, because in the upright it means like somebody is deceiving you. Somebody's not being really honest. But with the Moon reverse, it's like the secrets are falling out of the moon. Everything that we're, because the moon is what we do and feel in private, right? It's underneath the surface. And then when it's reversed, things rise to the top for us to actually communicate, and for us to actually say, listen, when you do this, when you're this King of Cups energy, I can't deal with it. I can't. It makes me too uncomfortable. It's against how I think things should be, or whatever, okay? However it would resonate with you. I mean, you guys are Sagittarius, right? So you guys, your moral code and your moral compass is very valuable to you, more than any other sign. So if somebody's doing something that's really rubbing you the wrong way, it's very important that you communicate this. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. Queen of Wands is feeling very excited, very motivated about moving forward into growing something. We have the Empress, which is Venus. She is the mother of the tarot. She's perpetually pregnant. So it's about putting those seeds in, giving it the love and the attention that it needs till it's grown, and then it's birthed, and then you do it again to level it up, level it up, level it up. But there's this newness about it because it's a birthing, right? It's a birthing process. And I think you guys, didn't you guys get, what do I feel like you guys got? Did you get the... Yeah, you guys got the stalks in the Lenormand. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to be rebirthing something here. So if it's not a relationship, it's an idea that you're going back to, having to do with some sort of business connection that's going to go really, really well. Now, let's talk about the King of Cups real quick as far as a career situation goes. The King of Cups could be somebody who's acting out irrationally because they're very scared, nervous, insecure, feeling vulnerable, whatever it is, and they end up expressing themselves in an unhealthy manner. So this is just something that needs to be addressed. But I feel like in the moon reverse, it gets addressed, which is going to lead to the wish fulfillment energy and the growth. So I see there being a process. I definitely see Saturn at work here, putting at this between Saturn and the new moon in Leo, the little stop and go, wait, no, not yet, hold on, look at this kind of energy. I do feel this, but I feel like it's really going to have a very nice ultimate outcome. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.